What's going on, guys? Lone Driver Mike again, bringing you another video. Guys, in this video, we're going to talk about Uber Eats tips. So if you know, I do this full time and I run multiple apps, and just over the years of doing this, I've figured out certain things, and I've also ordered as a customer. Now, if you order as a customer, that kind of also gives you not necessarily insider information, but at least you know how the customer app works and everything like that, as far as tips goes and how do you order it, and you know what I'm saying. Now, I've ordered as a customer with all these apps, and usually when it asks for tip, when it says tip, it'll have the percentage of the bill, right? That's how it should go. Like, that's how people tip. So if it's like a big order, you're supposed to get a big tip. I mean, all my big orders, as far as Doordash orders, like if it's like at least $100 or more, Grubhub as well. I'm trying to think. Caviar, I've gotten some good payouts. But see, those tips are usually big because it's a big ass order. Because what they do is they say, okay, you want to tip, and usually with DoorDash, Grubhub, and actually Caviar, as well as Postmates, they ask the customer, okay, you want to tip how much percent of the bill? And, they get three options. Usually it's 10, 15, or 20%. And you can raise it or lower it, or you can go to custom amount and press 0. The customer can still give you a $0 tip. But for that to happen, they have to physically touch that custom button, or press, or it might say custom, or it might say other, or something else. You click that, and they can type in whatever they want, right? But I'm telling you, 95% of the time, when I get a big ass order with either Grubhub, Caviar, DoorDash, I don't do Postmates no more, but this also works for Postmates and Postmates. If it's a big ass order, with Caviar, they set it at 15%, as well as Grubhub and DoorDash. So when you place an order on Caviar, DoorDash, and Grubhub, and if you don't want to take my word for it, go ahead, download the customer app and see how it goes. It's not set in stone. You can still change it. But what I'm saying is it's already preset at 15% of the bill. So if they order hella food, right, and it's like $100 worth of food with either Caviar, Grubhub, or DoorDash, it will be set at 15%. So now a lot of people say, well, Mike, I've gotten less than that and all this kind of stuff, and well, they can still change it. And also that brings something else to my attention. If you do DoorDash catering, now catering is separate from the regular DoorDash orders. You can get a big ass order with DoorDash, but doesn't mean it's a catering order. The only way to find that out is if you accept the order and it says something along those lines. Somewhere in the order, it will say easy catering, or it might say even just plain catering, or it'll say, usually when you go to items, it'll say like, whatever burrito, like carne asada burrito, 3 chicken tacos, beans and rice, and horchata, or whatever they ordered. They show you the items, right? If it's a catering order, it will say items unknown. If you see something like that, I think they still show the subtotal. If it's a big ass order and it says items unknown, and you're taking hella fucking trays of food, I've taken big ass orders before back in the day, like $300-$400 worth of food, and the payouts are only $25, maybe $20. Now, a lot of you think that's good money. The tip's supposed to be based off the percentage of the order. Now, so if you take a $400 order, a 25% of that is $100, right? But a lot of people won't tip that much. So 15% of 400 is 40 plus half, so it'd be about $60 tip. right? But are you getting that kind of amount? No, you're not. Do you know why? Because with easy catering orders with DoorDash, you don't get the tip. They take the tip. The tip goes to the restaurant. I've already confirmed this and everything. So, believe me if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine. But just for example, in the future, you know, you can do your own research. That's totally fine. But I wanted to make this video to let you guys know about tips and how it goes. I haven't talked about Uber Eats yet. That's the main reason why I made this video, but I'm going to get into that right now. But like I said, if you take a catering order with DoorDash, and you know, because the tip is based off, go ahead. These people are fucking morons. Sorry. But if you take a catering order, I guarantee you it's going to be a big ass order. I'm talking at least $200 or more, right? So those of you who actually have like work in the food business, like you're a server, you're a host, we all know that you're supposed to get a tip of at least 15%. That's the minimum. You're supposed to get at least 15%. Well, that's the acceptable amount. That's the acceptable amount. You know, that's a fair amount. Everyone knows that. Everyone should know that at least. And so when it comes to DoorDash and delivering food and all that kind of stuff, that's the same amount. Why should my tip be less than 15%? It should be more than that. So just because you're like, oh, well, I'm doing DoorDash catering, the pay is different or whatever. Oh, they give me $20. $20 is shit. So if you get a catering order, you're taking it for, like I said, you might get 20, 25 bucks. That's the most. Sometimes you'll get like $15. And so I know some people that do that and they're like, oh, I'm making money, yeah. Yeah, but you could be making a lot more if it was a regular order. Catering orders, they don't give you the tip, guys. They steal the tip. And maybe they changed it now, I don't know. But I know a few guys in my group and they're like, oh, look at my catering orders. And I'm asking them, like, how much was the food? One guy, he took like a big ass order. His whole car was just full of food. I'm like, man, that looks like at least $500 worth of food. He's like, oh, I don't know, but shit, I made 20 bucks. Hell yeah. I'm like, what do you mean, hell yeah? You should be getting 20% of what the food is. So with DoorDash catering orders, they're totally stealing the tip. Regular orders, yeah, but when it comes to catering, it's a separate system. It's done off. It's called easy catering. It's when people go online and order online, right? The tip goes to the restaurant. It's not done off the DoorDash system. They use us as a driver, and DoorDash pays us a fee, a small, $20 and shit. You know what I'm saying? DoorDash gets a little chunk of that. You know what I'm saying? Because they partner with them. They got to make money somehow. But the tip doesn't go to us. It's not run off the DoorDash app. It's not run off the DoorDash system. I'm telling you guys. All those catering orders, like I said, and it's easy to figure out. If you get a big ass order and it's DoorDash and it says catering or it says items unknown, that's how you'll figure out if it's a catering order. Or if it says easy cater. It's capital E, capital Z, and then cater. That's what it'll say. Or it just might say items unknown and it says like 20 items. And you see the restaurant, oh, here you go, giving you like all these party trays and all this food. And you might make, there might be 10 trays of this food or 5 big trays. Those trays are worth at least $25. Those big old party trays of pasta or whatever, salads or food of whatever it is. Italian, Indian food, those big old party trays of food that you get for those catering orders, even Mexican food, average, those are worth about $25 because they feed so much food. So if you got 4 of those or 5 of those or 6 or 7 of those, 8 of those, it might be more. They might charge $30 or $40 for those big old trays. They might order some salads on the side. You're getting ripped off big time. So if you get a catering order, I would just decline it. I mean, I would not bend over for that because you're taking at least $200 worth of food. If that was a regular order, I got $175 worth of sushi. That was not a catering order. It was a regular DoorDash order, and my payout was $51. Now, I want to meet someone who does catering orders and got a big payout like that, unless they give you a cash tip. But if it's done off the easy catering, if it's a DoorDash catering order and it says items unknown, you won't get the tip. Tip goes to the restaurant, straight to the restaurant. So I just wanted to clear that up. But so all these apps, they actually force the tip at 15%. Unless it's a DoorDash catering order, they rip you off, and it's just no good. Because if you take at least $200 worth of food, you should be getting at least $50 or higher. I'm telling you, that's just bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to Uber Eats, if you order as a customer, I took an order the other night. Fucking 9 pizzas. Well, they had to refund 2 of the pizzas. But even after the refund, the food was still worth $150. So if they would have made those pizzas, those other 2 pizzas they had to cancel, they still got the rest of the pizzas, right? It would have been $200. I saw the ticket. I saw the subtotal, $200. I'm like, fuck. And this was like after midnight. This was like, I dropped it off probably around 12:45, I think, in the morning, 12:45 a.m. And I think that was to the convention center. So I don't know who owns that, a company, probably the city of Sacramento. So they got money. You know, they got money, man. They're making money. And yeah, I accepted the order. And see, with Uber Eats, they don't tip percentage-wise. Like I said, if you do Caviar, Postmates, DoorDash, Grubhub, unless if it's Grubhub catering, they don't do that. They steal the tip. You know, it's not done off the DoorDash app. I already told you guys that. But if it's regular DoorDash, Grubhub, Postmates, or Caviar, they force the tip. They don't force it. They can change it still, but it's preset at 15%. So you know, if it's a big ass order, it's set at 15%, and you're gonna get your tip, and you're gonna see it at the end, or maybe in the beginning. Like with Grubhub, they show you in the beginning how much the total's gonna be. Same with Caviar. You know what I'm saying? But with DoorDash, sometimes they don't show you right away. If it's like a big tip, they don't show you right away. I don't know why they do that, but that's how it is. So all my big payouts from DoorDash, I've actually had to wait till I dropped off. It said that I confirmed that I dropped it off. Then it said, oh, congratulations, you got $20 over the average. You know, they try to surprise you, you know, but all those big payouts, most of that is from the tip, I'm telling you. Plus it shows you, now DoorDash shows the pay anyways. So yeah, long story short, I ended up dropping those pizzas off. And I didn't deliver 9, I delivered 7 because they had to cancel two of the pizzas for whatever reason. Oh, we don't make this kind of pizza late night. So I said, okay, whatever. You know, and she wrote a note on the ticket, and then I thought she gave it to me, and I'm like looking around, I'm like, where's the note for the customer? She's like, oh, sorry, I took it back. I'm like, that's for the customer. You just told me you're gonna give it to me. Because I hate like explaining to the customer about like, oh, we had to cancel this and all this. I'm not customer service. I don't like to deal with that kind of stuff. I mean, if it's like canceled and they have to do a refund, I'm just like, I just told the customer real quick, hey, they had to cancel 2 pizzas. Call Uber Eats for the refund or whatever. I left a note on the ticket, and that's it. You know, I don't go into details and explain, you know, because I got other orders going on. So I told the customer I arrived and everything. So long story short, it was $150 worth of pizza. Okay, after everything, it was still worth $150 because they had to cancel the 2 pizzas. So you think 15% of that is 15 to 10% is $15. Then you do half. That's how you figure out. You add the half, right? That's how you figure out 15%. If some of you guys don't know how to, you know, you can pull out the calculator. It's not that hard to do the percentage on the calculator. But I'm saying that if you want to make it simple, 15% is 10% plus 5. So it's 10% plus a half. So it'd be 15 plus half of 15. You add that together, that's what 15% of the tip would be. So 15 plus 7, $7.50. So $22.50. So the tip should have been $22.50 to be fair, But I'm thinking, okay, at least just make it $20 because that's a lot of food. And so I'm just like, thinking in my head, man. And I know they don't force the tip at 15%. When you do Uber Eats, you know what it says at the end? You want to tip your driver? $2, $4, or $6. The highest is $6. So you really think someone's going to change it? Oh, press custom and type in $10 or $20? No. Unless it's already preset, customer's not going to go out of their way and make sure you get a good tip. You know what I'm saying? That's why DoorDash and Grubhub and Caviar and Postmates, they kind of force it at 15% because they know the customer's not going to, you know what I'm saying? At least remind them, hey, remember 15% is the average, so you want to tip 15% or you want to lower it. They kind of set it already. They can change it. That's what I'm saying. They can still change the tip and everything, but it's already set at 15%. So most people don't change it because they're not assholes. They know they just spent a lot of money. They're going to tip appropriately. Throwing a $20 tip on a $150 order, that's normal. That's average. If you go into a restaurant and, let's say I invited everyone to Olive Garden and I said, oh, everything's on me, and I spent $150, the appropriate amount would actually be at least $22.50, and I might just tip like 25 or 30, So I was expecting at least even 10% is fine. $15 tip, 10%. If someone wants to be really fucking cheap, then 10%'s fine. In my book, it's okay. Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But that's about the lowest that people accept, or that's, socially, that's acceptable in the food business. 10% is like the lowest that you're like, all right, fuck, 10%, better than nothing. But most people aim for 15% of the bill because that's how it's supposed to go. And anyways, after like, I don't know, you got to wait like an hour later for the tip to show up, or an hour and a half, or some people don't tip till the next day and shit. So, but with Uber Eats, that's just how it is. So I had to wait, and they said, oh, you got a tip or something, and then I looked, fucking $2. I said, are you fucking kidding me? I was so pissed. I was cussing. I was so pissed off. I mean, I can understand if it's just if it was just one pizza, I don't give a fuck. But when you order that much food, man, and you don't fucking tip, you tip $2 on a $150 order. Can you fucking believe that kind of shit? That's like 1% of the... That's like 1% of the food, what it costs. 1% of the tip of the order. I mean, even 10% would have just been $15. She fucking tipped $2 on that. And then Uber Eats pays shit now. It not only paid me $5. So I got $7 grand total for that shit. For the tip, fucking $2, and the delivery pay was paid. Uber Eats paid me $5. So I was pissed. So we need to fucking tell Uber Eats to update that. I already sent them a support message. Every time you get, it says, oh, how do you like, they always ask you in a message, like, how do you like our service, or are you satisfied? You need to always click that and send them like, hey, you need to change the tip option to 10, 15, or 20%. I'll upload the screenshot of what I sent them. But that's bullshit, man. I was so pissed. I swear to God, if that was a Doordash or a Grubhub or even a Postmates or a Caviar, I would have got 15% of the bill. 95%. I mean, hardly ever I get screwed out of a freaking big order like that. I never get screwed out of a big order unless it's with stupid ass fucking Uber Eats. Fucking, they give me $2 tip. Part of I'm mad at the customer because the customer should know 15% is appropriate, and that's what's fair, you know what I'm saying? And they just click the lowest tip, $2. And so I looked at my rating, they didn't rate me bad. And so part of the problem is Uber Eats. They need to change the fucking tip option. It's like, how do you think a $2 tip on $150 worth of fucking pizza okay? How is that okay? That's not okay. I can understand if you order one pizza, if it's like one item, I don't care if they tip me or not. But when you order $100 or higher worth of food, and it takes me extra time. And not only that, I had to park. This was after midnight, and the address was on K Street. So they block off, the fucking police, they block off that street so Uber drivers can't go and pick up people, and it's all congested and all that. But see, I'm just picking up food. So I had to park on this other street. I had to walk 2 blocks to the restaurant. I didn't know, well, actually I did know it was a big order. And then, you know, I actually had two orders. It was a batch order. So the first order was 9 pizzas, but it was actually 7 because they had to cancel 2. And then I had another order, and he only ordered 1 pizza. I didn't care if that guy ordered 1 pizza. I don't care if he tips. But when you order a good amount of food and everything, and for your family or for your business, and you know, you order 9 pizzas, 7 pizzas, $150, $200 worth of pizzas, man, you got to fucking tip on that. I'm telling you guys, that's just fucked up. I don't care what you believe or what religion, race you are. That's just, nah, man. I've never got screwed out of a $100 order or higher. Unless it was a Doordash catering order, which they don't give you the tip, because I already explained that. Or if it's a stupid ass Uber Eats. We need to tell these customers, if you're out doing Uber Eats, make some Doordash cards, or go to the restaurant. They always have a stack of Doordash cards or Grubhub cards or even Caviar cards, or hell, even Postmates. I don't like Postmates, but at least you get your tip. You know what I'm saying? You get 15% of the bill. So I'm about to just be on strike with Uber Eats. I might just do a little bit here and there, maybe 1 or 2 orders a day. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe 1 for lunch, 1 for dinner. But, you know, if it's like a big ass order, man, I might not even do it. Because I've never gotten a good tip on Uber Eats. Never. One time I got $15, but that's because I had to wait extra longer, and she texted me and was like, oh, I'm going to like tip you extra. And then another time was because she put the wrong address, and then she said, oh, I'll tip you extra on the app because you're driving. You know, so they only tipped me extra because I went above and beyond what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? That had nothing to do with the food cost, how much it cost. So that's what I'm saying, man. I'm telling you guys, I swear to God, you know, I've posted my earnings before. If it's $100 or more with Doordash, regular Doordash orders, no catering, regular Doordash, Grubhub, my bad, not Uber Eats, Doordash, Grubhub, or Caviar, if it's $100 or more, or even Postmates, I would get good tips with Postmates back in the day. But any of those apps, and if I got $100 or more order, I would get a good tip. I would get at least 15% or sometimes higher. And because it's already preset. Like when they place the order, it's like, oh, tip is placed at 15%. Everything's done, and it's already, and they place the order, and that's it. You know, the tip's already preset. They don't have to do, customer doesn't have to do anything. If they're a really cheap ass, they'll press other and they can type in 0. But on a big order like that, $100 or more, I've gotten anywhere from 20 to 50. My biggest order was $51 with Doordash. My second biggest order was with Grubhub. That was $40 payout. And it's not uncommon to get 15 to $20, $25 payouts with Grubhub, bigger orders, or even Doordash. And I've gotten good payouts with Caviar too, but with Caviar usually I get smaller orders, and that's okay, that's fine. I don't expect to get $20 tip on a small order. You see what I'm talking about? I would not be complaining. If it's a small order, if I get a tip or not, I don't care about that. But on these rare occasions when I get $100 worth of fucking food, actually $150 worth of pizza the other night, fucking past midnight, and then, like I said, I had to carry all the pizzas to my car. Good thing I had my big bag. Man, it was heavy, man. I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying I had to walk and carry all those pizzas all the way to my car. It was 2 blocks away back to my car because they blocked off that street on K Street. Pizza Rock on K Street. After midnight, the cops block off the fucking street. So, not only did I deliver your food, I had to carry your food all the way to my car. And, man, fucking $150 worth of food. and I got $2 tip. So part of the problem is, yes, the customer could have like, hey, wait, I'm not thinking about this. This is a lot of food. Maybe I should tip them better because, you know. And he went above and beyond, and I got her plates and napkins, cheese, peppers. It was hot and fresh. It was in a hot bag. I did everything right. And it's a big ass order. You're supposed to tip on those, man. But she just probably wasn't thinking, you know, and she just clicked $2, you know. So part of the problem is fucking Uber Eats. Uber Eats, if you're listening to me, what I'm saying in this video, or maybe someone can share this video, please. And so you guys got to share my videos. I'm telling you guys, some of you guys don't do that, and you just watch it and then you move along, or you don't subscribe. And I give a lot of good advice in videos, and I try to advocate for you guys, and I try to get these other companies to watch my videos. Maybe they'll change the way they do things and all that. And so Uber Eats, I'm serious, man. If you guys are watching, just change it. You know, when it says tip 2, 4, or 6, what the fuck is that? Say 10%, 15, or 20. Change it to where if we go out, I know you guys don't pay that much, and that's okay. I can't say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Postmates pays worse than you guys. You know, so Uber Eats, I understand you guys are trying to run a business. That's okay. That's fine. But from now on, you need to update the app to where you make the customer tip, either give them an option 10, 15, or 20%. And that's it. Either they tip that or nothing. Because I want 15% average, or I don't want nothing at all. Like, she could have just gave me 0. I mean, that's just a big insult. When you order $150 worth of food and you tip me $2, my blood was boiling. But I didn't let that affect me. I kept going. I got some good Doordash orders. You know, I was just pissed. So if any customers are watching right now, you know, if you order like 1 or 2 items, you know, try to tip if you can. If not, that's okay. That's fine. But when you order over $100 worth of fucking food, man, you know, throw a $20 tip. It's not going to hurt you. I'm telling you. You're already spending $100, $150, $200 worth of food. I think you could tip at least 20 to at least 15%. It's not $20 to $30 tip. That's it. Then that's appropriate. 15%. If you go into a restaurant, you sit down, you order $40 worth of food, you're going to tip like 20% or 15%. You're going to tip like $5, $6, $7, $8. You know? So if you go into a restaurant and you order $100 worth of food or $150 worth of food, most people will tip appropriately. Like, that's just how it goes. You know, show respect. I mean, show that you care and shit. And I was just so pissed, guys. I'm telling you, when someone orders fucking $150 worth of food and you tip me only $2, like, why even tip me at all? Like, that. When I saw that, I'm like, are you kidding me? And I was thinking maybe the order was messed up, or maybe she was mad. So I looked at my ratings. My ratings didn't drop. So, but anyways, guys, that's all I've got to say. If you're gonna order a lot of food, just tip appropriately. But yeah, Uber Eats does need to update that, because the only option is $2, $4, or $6, and even $6 the highest on a $200 order, $150 order. That's not enough. That's not even 10% of the bill. So anyways, Uber Eats needs to fix that, and customers, just be aware, be alert of how much food you're ordering. And if you order a few items, okay, fine, maybe a couple, 2, 3, 4, maybe $5, that's fine, I don't care. But if you order $100 worth of food, man, seriously, 15% is much appreciated, seriously. And if you don't tip that, man, it sucks for us, you know, because we're expecting a decent payout. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, guys, advocate, spread the word, share this video, and that's all I've got to say. All right, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, guys, thank you so much. Man, that order just really pissed me off the other night. I could not believe it. $2 tip on a $150 order. Wow, what a cheap fucking man. I couldn't believe that. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got to say. All right, guys, peace out and see ya.